It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Quick to the air is Tagovailoa. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 27. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Caught, nice gain left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They motion the tight end over. From the 39. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board and the first drive as a defense. And now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. Down to the 10. Punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
After the sack, another pass on second down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing from the gun here. He's going to push one deep down the right. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Give to Williams from the gun. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
On second down, a run with Williams. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
1st and goal. Here's Williams. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw it here. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6. On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. It's no good. An easy kick, but he hangs it right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Goal to go and to come away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. It's not all on him for missing the kick. He could shoulder the blame with the 11 other guys who couldn't find the end zone on 1st, 2nd, or even 3rd and goal.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Tagovailoa has a man, it's Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa able to find Achane. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And the Dolphins first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Running back sent in motion. Escapes the pocket. Achane reels it in. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back for the second quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. Here's Achane up the middle. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Achane has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take a 13-0 lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Third and long for him here. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Dolphins will have themselves a short field to begin the drive. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down run from Achane. Strong running inside the 30. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 20-zip lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This return starts at the 5. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Able to find the Nakua here. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Back now, pressure on its way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins take over as he records the 40th interception of his career. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball.
He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again.
Rams nothing.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
18 at the 16-yard line.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Only a couple there, hoping obviously for considerably more, and that's going to bring up 3rd and very long. Back to throw now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Love that call, Brock, going for the slant route, trying to move the chains, but the defense read it all the way. They had somebody right there ready to knock that ball out.
You know, if there's one thing consistent with you, Kate, you do love that route.
I love that route, man.
You love the slant. I know. It's from your childhood of watching Jerry and Joe and the Niners do it so well. But this defense, they knew what was coming. And he was able to separate that slant from the ball before they could ever get going.
One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down. It gets them the first. They're set up at the 35 now. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Rams got a long way to go and a short time to get there. They're set up at the 35 now. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. from the 42. Dump off caught by his back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like all of my life. I'm in that thing shifting, and I'm lane switching, you know. I'm staying on straight, baby. Like Blake Griffin.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Cut out left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 41-yard line.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. He'll throw it. That's complete to Wilson. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Now looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. A desperate heave here for 6. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep... That's grabbed inside the 30. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Extra point try now from Lutz. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 now. This ball's cut by Palmer. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
It's taken in by Williams. Jukes one defender. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Still sticking with the passing game. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll run here with Blake Corum. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd down from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. Brought in right side. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Able to find Achan. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here. They've got a man in motion. On 4th down, the snap to Tagovailoa. Throw is caught by the back. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. They've got a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Now it's Williams. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The play clock down to just 2 seconds, but we get a timeout call. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
4th and forever coming up. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The Rams are set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And a fair catch made here at the 17. We don't get a... And the Dolphins will have some work to do as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They motion the slot man right. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. First throw for the backup now. Finds a man right side. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackle. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. And they send a man in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Rams will take possession. 1st down, ball at the 36. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. No return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's Swift to start the drive. And it's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's Swift on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. Throw on third down. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Going to run again with Swift. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go. They're throwing it. Chased out to his right. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
They'll run. This is Williams. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 36. Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now. Check,
They'll give it to Williams on the option. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 4 yards there, but just can't get him in. It's 4th and goal from the 1. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pass play coming here. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. To the house, touchdown LA! The Rams putting up points in a game decided. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. That's up and through for the point after. And the Rams cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return starts from the 16. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. A handoff left for Swift. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Cut out left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Swift gets a first down and more. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And even getting skunked in that second half, Brock, the damage done in the first enough to claim victory at the end. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't recognize that stellar defensive effort in...
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. They'll come up 2nd and 7. That's caught left side by Hardman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The Eagles are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They go play action with Hurts. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Powering his way forward. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for an Eagle.
Now the first carry here for the running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Muscles by at the 25, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw here. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. These two teams all tied after one. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Hurts. Caught by Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Hurts sets up to throw it. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Bates' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Smith, the man in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. He'll look to throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Going deep for Walker. And this is caught inside the 5. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Walker is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring the tight end in motion right. 2nd and 4. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Nolan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get...
End zone call. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away as they have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Hurts. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
1 second, all that remains.
They'll throw now on the final play. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He finds his man complete. It's Walker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Shreds the tackle and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll empty out the backfield. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball. And that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Bates' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nicole Hardman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's 2nd and 10. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer. And this throw will be intercepted.
Down the left sideline.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create some. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nicole Hardman, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They go play action with Hurts. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep for Walker. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Bulldozes past him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And going right back to Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll drop to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throw out wide to Walker.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Walker.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
He'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Huge 1st down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Now back to throw.
look at this. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Here's 1st and 10.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game. And quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it, taking it right down Broadway. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
And running with power here.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. And he will fall on this himself, but get no further. So certainly intrigue all the way to the finish line, but that is how this ball game will end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home